You ready?
Next episode.
Episode 7.
This is like a blast from the past.
It really is.
Yeah.
So long ago. Let's check it out. Do you remember what this one was even?
It said Mutiny.
Uh-oh. That's us.
Yeah. What we've learned since then, huh?
I mean, look what's transpired.
Yeah.
On this episode.
A lot of, good. Everything good.
Everything.
Shut the door, we're gonna sink.
You know what happens here. I mean,
Well,
this was good for you. This was good for you.
The best, yeah. You learn a lot. Everything's good when things not so good happen if you turn them into the right thing.
And you did. And
we
you did.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things transpired
With a lot
after
of
this.
your help.
You build building blocks.
Yeah, you've helped me a lot. Not many people know that.
Yep.
Thank you.
And we'll tell you, remember what happened after this happened that night? How you got home.
Fishing is a hard life.
There's gonna be a confrontation.
There's Pirate, remember Pirate?
Stocks depleted.
God bless him, huh?
There's a special
We were talking about it the other day. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. He was a good dude.
He was.
You know what? He kept.
He had a
out
big
of all
heart.
the people, yes, out of all the people on the show, he would always send me a message every couple of months just to say hello. Hey, how's it going, Cap?
He had a really big heart.
It's great to be on top. It's great to make all the money, but with that,
He
I
was
think
very likable.
out of all the episodes we've done, out of all the seasons we've done, I think this was one of the best intros. You know, leading into the episode. This cut right here.
Well, they learn each episode too how much more to do. That was the
That's
picture.
from Jordan. Remember our
Yeah,
cameraman?
I
Do you remember
do.
seeing that actually
Yeah.
happen? We were coming home from Georgia's
and we
night.
stopped.
We just stopped.
And filmed the whales.
And Jordan was proud of that moment. Remember?
Sure.
Good, buddy. You glad you
better hurry up, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna miss the bite if we don't hurry up.
Now, who was this?
I don't
Who was
know.
that?
I don't remember him.
Quiet, John.
A friend of Billy's.
You were going.
I know, I wish I was going to, but this year in particular, we haven't been.
And Billy's had a lot of deckhands because he had Scott, then this guy, and then remember he had obviously you coming up,
He had a
and
hard
Mailman.
time.
Remember Mailman?
Realistically, I went with, you remember what happened with Billy. He was having such a hard time. I was like, oh, look, I'm going to go with you for a few trips.
And that's coming. That's this episode.
Figure out what he was doing and what he should have been doing. But it turned out for the best.
I'm kind of bummed out.
I don't remember this guy.
I love going, so. this is
Scotty, I
gonna
do.
be-
Scotty's in Carolina. I haven't seen him in a decade.
I think Scotty's on the boat, though. This
He
guy
is.
is just like a bait man, maybe?
I don't know. No, I think he goes fishing. I can't remember.
Chow, plenty of bait. The only thing left is fuel. All right.
I have a lot of respect for Billy.
We're good.
A lot.
Billy's been around
Was
a
that
long
a bladder
time.
tank?
Oh, maybe for George's bank.
Uh-huh.
That's what that is. Oh, Donna's not going.
I'll be all right.
Look, she's upset. She's saying goodbye because.
I don't like being left behind.
She always wants to go. Oh, he's replacing Donna.
Correct. They're going to George's bank.
Yeah, and she's worried.
She should be. That's a bad. That's a bad place.
Yeah.
The boat is weighted down. Look at the water line. Look.
Keeps such good care of that
Oh,
boat.
that
I
boat-
wanted to buy that so bad
That boat looks just as good today.
as it did when he built it.
Correct.
We need to see if John can make it as a full-time mate.
Every time something's broken on my boat, I call you and Billy to figure out how to fix it.
And now we're going through the head issue, the toilet.
Yeah,
We got the same problem.
which it's fixed now. You get your piece.
Did
that I
Sandra
left?
fix it?
I don't know,
Because-
but it's easy to do.
So sucks going out there, but usually you can get the job done and you can just get your 3.
Remember the birds were driving me crazy?
Terrible.
We gotta catch one of these boys. There's a lot of hookups right here.
Here's about 15. Are we at George's bank here?
I think,
I think we are.
so. We were drifting, right?
Just taking it ready. We're still waiting our turn. No luck here yet.
Remember the one that took it out of your hand? We
Yeah.
were gonna move.
We're like, oh.
Like, all right, let's move. Oh, here
And
we
that
are.
was on the port side.
Yeah.
Up by the wheelhouse.
Yeah. You just grabbed the balloon.
It was a cod.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta be in them to get a bite.
It's the best feeling in the world. when it rips
Taking
it
it out of your hand, yeah.
Fish go under.
Yeah.
If you have fish go under you, you're gonna get a bite. We were marking fish. Dave's getting antsy. Wanted to move to the other side of the bank because we were marking them. They weren't biting. That don't matter. They can stop biting just like that. It's not about moving. It's not about driving around.
I think we were out there for a couple days too.
I think we run out of bread.
We actually were out there for 4 or 5 days that trip.
That's a long time for a little boat.
Lately, things have been getting a little tense on the boat. I want to make money. I don't give a about
At least we didn't run out of fuel.
We almost did one time.
Temperamental. He's happy one minute, and he's not so happy the next minute. It's my boat, and I'm the captain, and I'm always going to want it my way.
I gotta fix this. Handle's getting stuck.
We're out here on Jeffrey's Ledge trying to catch a giant bluefin.
Yeah, we are. We are at George's.
A
Yeah.
lot of salt and they're not 100%.
160 miles offshore.
And that's what we're going to do. So we hook up. We don't lose a fish.
Watch this. We'll get a
Here's
bite
the
while
pirate.
we don't have a handle on.
I'll tell you what, he was one of the best characters on the show. Right? I mean, he was just fun to watch.
He was fun.
And then run up on the fish. We stripped the line off of another reel, and we tied a knot to the other one. And
He tried so hard
He did.
to please Ralph.
He definitely did.
He tried really, really hard.
It's too bad it didn't work out. I think Pirate
You know,
was a
all-
big part of the show.
You know, on Ralph's behalf, Ralph did try to help him.
He did.
A lot.
Especially, that's why he took him on.
He does have a big heart to help people as well.
And I said that to Dave the other day when we were looking at these
Yeah.
episodes. He did take him off the dock, and he did give him a chance. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it did not
A
work
few
out.
times, though,
Yeah.
he had done the rehab thing and he helped them and tried hard to help them.
I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work out as with you and I. But we were together.
Yeah,
for
but that was
20
the
years.
best thing
Yeah, it was
for
good.
me.
It was
you know?
definitely good for you. I had to get you out of the nest.
Huge learning curve. Huge.
I got you out of the nest.
Yeah. It was hard to make that plunge. Like all along, I should have had a boat, but I couldn't because I was just coming out of the broken legs and trying to get back in the saddle again.
So we got a lot of history. Think about it. It's 30. Now it's 35 years.
When he breaks your rod, it's another $500 out of my checkbook. And nobody
Yeah,
likes to write
there's a lot of history we have that a lot of people don't know about.
That's correct. And most of it all good.
A
Yeah.
lot of the fishermen are superstitious, so after you break a rod, that's one of them.
The swivel got caught in the tip.
Oh, is that what you see? The swivel got hung up in the tip there. Just leveraged the rod.
Yeah, but our rods weren't so great back then either.
Oh, the bird.
Throwing bait at the birds.
And we're doing it without Donna. It sucks because she's the best mate we have. So we need to see if John can make it.
Preparing a leader for the codfish that Johnny's gonna bring up shortly.
Remember we were always jigging for cod out there? That was like the best bait.
At this time.
Yeah, we caught a lot and like a lot of cod.
Get the rod. What? I get the other rod.
Oh boy. We've all been there.
As he steps on the leaders on the deck. Oh my God.
We're good. Huh? Nothing. We're good.
You know, tuna fishing's hard enough, but John, he was having a hard time even catching bait so we could fish.
Remember those days with the frozen flats? I
He's the
I
best
don't miss
chum.
that.
Best nice oil chum.
I slept.
Let's go, put him on the hook.
This might be a little big for the hook.
Back when you could take them.
Yeah.
Eat that thing in a hurry. That size, too.
Do you remember using those for bait out there? Big hook in the back, 10, 11-0 in the back.
Yeah. 200-pound test.
In his big feet, stop knocking stuff over. We'll be okay.
I don't think this guy lasted long. That's why I don't know.
I think it was just one
One
trip
trip.
for him.
Holy. Hey, we're mocking like crazy. There's 3 on the screen right now.
Oh, look at that. Remember those? Remember that out there? How good it was?
We'll be Golden City.
I didn't hear the beep, beep, beep.
That's where it originated.
Yeah.
What happens to straighten this out? Oh, you got it all up.
I know.
I'll tell you what, to be out there in any of the boats, George's Bank, but that's a small boat to be out there in, as was ours.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. It's only, yours is only a few feet bigger.
17 hours home on a good day.
Yeah.
Come on, John, let's go.
Oh, yeah, baby. Watch the sinkers, John. You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
I think the best trip we had out there was with Sandra when we kept hooking the fish.
One after another.
One after another.
And then we left him out there. Scotty. Remember Scotty's foot when he would reel?
Yeah, he was a little overboard.
Is he on?
He's gone, I think. What? I think he's gone.
Scott, you must have whacked it when you broke the elastic, then it came back.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. When you hook up, one of the first things you really have to do is get the other lines out of the water. When that fish starts to run, there's so much tension on the line that any little nick is gonna cause that line to fail. Because John didn't get those lines in quick enough, they crossed, and that's why that.
I don't think it's going to work out with John here. That's why I don't
he
even
just
remember
doesn't
him.
do it all the time, you know?
I hate to say it, but if Donna had been there,
I'm pretty sure this is where you go on the bounty hunter coming up in this
I
episode.
think it's after the trip. I only went to the bank Stellwagen with him.
But I don't think that, I think this episode is where you actually go on the bounty, but you don't, it's the next episode
The
where you
next
actually go fishing.
episode, yeah.
You're not gonna catch a tuna.
Or maybe it is this, I'm not sure which one.
The pump that keeps the bait alive is not working.
This happens to my pump now. Same thing.
I'm frustrated with him right now. He doesn't want to listen. I got a lot of experience. Why should I even
Needless to say, we didn't need any live bait.
No.
We learned that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you need is a cod.
You need those baits.
I know we got to keep live baits. Are they dead or no?
A lot of them, huh?
What are you complaining about here? We're out of bread?
Then shut it off and get going. Let's not around.
Is this the bread scene?
Everything about tuna fishing. I don't either, but I've been doing this a long time. I can fix it, Dave. Give me a minute, relax, watch and learn. No, leave it
I think
off.
the pump kept going on and off. You know, with back siphons.
Right on. That's the commercial way to do it. There it is.
Mine doesn't go on until you go in gear either.
Stuff is always breaking. A new boat or old boat. All alike.
we're breaking down the rods, keep the salt water off of them for the long ride home. We didn't do too good. The bite wasn't very good anyway, so.
That's a long ride to go to George's Bank and back without a
John's
fish.
a really good guy. He's a good fisherman.
And we've been out, I'm pretty sure we've been out for 3-4 days now.
Yeah, we've been there the whole time.
We gotta find somebody new. Replacing Donna is not gonna be easy.
That's a long ride. I hope never, ever to go out there again.
Yeah, but Billy blamed it on you.
Yeah, everybody, everything is my fault.
Everything's your fault.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I used all my luck. We should go back to basics, though.
Instead of just eating it and saying, I think I need to change.
It's always .com's fault,
Right.
specifically
You
me.
just blame Dave, it's easier.
I'll talk to you later.
If I tell him we're not marking, you say I'm lying. He's probably
Right.
marking a lot. Or if I tell him we're marking a lot of fish, he's
lying.
He's lying.
Yeah, he's
So
making that up.
He's making it up.
So we go over there.
We go over there.
Look at this tide.
It's always a no-win for me.
Didn't he say you sent him on a wild goose
A wild goose
chase?
chase.
Turn around. I had seen
Oh my God.
about 200 yards off my back.
Look, they got their anchor here.
As soon as I seen that dragger heading towards us, I said, uh-oh, here comes number 2. Everybody
Yeah, that's totally uncalled for.
Yeah, it happens. I've had it happen
Yeah.
a couple times. They got their ball.
Hey, dragger there, you got me there. The smarter guys.
It's amazing. As big as the ocean is, it's a small place, right?
Oh, yeah.
Flagrant violators, they zigzag through the boats and they go across.
This is dangerous, though, because this can take the bow and pull it right under here.
Sure can.
The only thing you can do is catch up with the drag.
I love the animation, how they show that. It's really cool.
You just towed me up! You just took my anchor!
If you would have seen his face on that one, he just turned beet red like this, and it just like his head is...
Like a pirate.
I want my anchor back! Yo, you went right off my bow! I'm there for 2 weeks! What the?
Like a pirate.
I'm calling the Coast Guard!
He got so wound up, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
You better give me my anchor back!
You know, I wanted my anchor back. I didn't want him to terminate my day of fishing.
Fall back, give me my anchor, and we're all good. You ignore me, then we're gonna file a report with the Coast Guard. You douchebag! Got me by the balls, he's got my anchor, holy moly!
Sometimes it's not fun out there, is it?
No, nobody wins a war on the water.
We got the ball back and some line, but...
Learned that when I was a kid, watching my brothers.
And the hook with the chain and all that stuff.
Did we get all our lines back and everything?
Well, we got the lines back and a couple of the sinkers.
Get baits? No?
300 feet of rope, a chain, and an anchor.
Kind of feel for Ralph here a little bit.
Absolutely.
You'll be getting a notice from the Coast Guard.
100%.
Like always comes in threes.
I mean, he just took him out of commission. He's done for the day unless he has a spare anchor. In a little boat like that, you don't have room for all that stuff. Yeah, we're still at George's Bank.
Yeah.
Paul! Is he sleeping? So we've been fishing at George's Bank for 12 to 14 hours straight now. Over 150 miles offshore.
This time we've been a week out. I think we went in on the 5th day.
I think we come back empty.
I don't remember. I think we always had fish.
I don't know about this episode.
I think remember we were out of food. We called another boat for food.
You wanted your bread. You wanted bread.
Well, we had stuff, peanut butter and jelly, but we didn't have bread.
Gotta eat it with a spoon.
We had all this stuff, but we couldnn't make anything.
Now we look back and laugh at it.
Yeah.
This was the 10th day.
I'm gonna catch a haddock to eat.
Paul, the only thing we don't have on the boat is bread. That's it. Sometimes on these long trips, you can run out of decent food and...
I don't even own jigs anymore.
They're tired of eating peanut butter.
It's so different.
Just have to suck it up and deal with it. You would want to do 3 more days, not 3 more drifts.
If we had food, yeah. Oh, look at this.
All right, so we ran a little low on
What's
food.
Sandro eating?
He's probably eating
He's
cod
like in the back, like Oreos and stuff, right? He's got them in his pocket.
He's eating the stuff from the life raft, the
Yeah.
MREs.
I'll get somebody else.
Look how upset you are. As I was. This was the beginning right here.
It was great though, because someone gave us food. You called somebody.
Yeah, who gave it
And
to
they
us?
gave us like loaves of bread. It was like Thanksgiving.
Oh, I remember this. Now he's got somebody else.
Oh, he made it back safe. That's good.
Actually, D team plus a charter. Donna's at work, and Scott had to go.
Oh, he's taking the
The
charter.
Maine.
I'm trying out a guy named Ira who's been fishing for quite a while.
Isn't it Garen?
Supposed to have experience.
I don't remember.
Doesn't he take Garen?
No, this is Ira.
And 2 charter customers. A couple of guys that are on vacation from Hawaii, Gary and Kanani.
Ready to catch him?
Nanny.
This tuna got no chance today. It'll be a great day.
Now they're all real good friends too.
How could you not want this to be your office?
Ira's the mate. No Donna here.
Means that someone's paying us to run that boat. The guys today have some experience tuna fishing, and I'm hoping Ira does too.
I think this is where Billy's going through, looking for somebody else.
I mean, look at Gary chumming, huh? He's the chum master.
I always like learning secrets from the hottest captains. Let's get lucky.
Wow, go young Gary looks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like beside myself looking at it.
Billy's doing what Dave did, just slow fishing and just trying to make ends meet.
Right.
Run, baby, run! You got him? Yeah, he's on it.
Out of the water.
Not real tight.
We were out on the charter for only 1 hour and we hooked up.
It's coming to the boat.
What is that? Doesn't look like a giant.
Got a gap?
Hey, what are you doing? We're gonna sink. Shut the door, we're gonna sink. Yeah, the mistake Ira made was that he got too excited. He opened the door too soon. Water can come in pretty fast.
Yeah, it can.
It's okay.
Why did he open
I don't
it?
know.
It's Bill, but it's pretty small. It's not a big one, I don't believe.
That's all right.
Hey, I'm gonna walk him in the door here.
I don't know where Scott is or that other
We're
guy.
going downwind. Oh, my
Oh
God,
boy,
A baby.
that's a little baby.
Gary actually did a pretty good job fighting that fish. Wish I could hire him.
Open up the door. He's out.
Go get bigger, baby.
Bye, buddy.
You know, it's actually good to see these little fish
Yeah.
back then.
Big one, so you gotta let the little guys go to grow bigger.
He said that's a big fish right now.
Fish is the commercial size. If we want to stay in this business for a long time, we need to keep the population growing.
We didn't drown.
We didn't drown.
Chump.
There we are, still out.
Birds are everywhere.
We still in George's?
Birds are taking every piece of bait.
Scissors and shit. I need a rag here right now.
Unreal.
I need a rag here right now to work.
Oh, it's another day.
Sliding around. Come on, Paul. That's not asking for too much.
Dave's in one of those moods again. Barking orders around.
Could swear we ended up getting one.
I don't think so.
Desperate now.
I think we come back empty.
I got fish on the boat, and I can't get a bait in the water. Come on.
And if I'm not mistaken, this was the last trip with you and I together.
We got to do something here. This is not good. Paul, get me the gaff. Get me the gaff.
And I think when Billy heads back out, I'm pretty sure that's when you go with him.
Looked, didn't see. Doing
This was a
10
tough
things
time
there.
here, remember that?
Yeah.
So,
Go look. What do you want me to do?
It actually all worked out for the better.
of course it did.
I asked Paul to get a gaff.
All that stuff
tear
you
off the
guided
river
me through
so I
my
get a
old
bait in the
boat.
water, And he refuses to listen.
It's a job for babies anyway. Dave was getting very cocky. It's, you know, it's like an insult, but it is what it is. Yeah, take it.
Kind of tough to
Poor
watch this, isn't
Sandro.
it?
No,
Right, isn't
actually,
it?
I like it. Because you learn from your
Okay.
things, how
Yeah,
you,
okay,
you
yeah.
know,
It's fair.
the things you do, you learn from it.
I want him to stay on the boat.
Trying to improve always, right?
Right,
Things keep up
right.
like they are. You know, we're going to have
Well
a chat.
said.
I want my whole crew to be upbeat. And when Paul is down, it somewhat brings Sandro and I down too.
Don't matter anyway. Here.
Poor, I feel bad for Sandro. When you
He's right now,
look
he's just-
back and watch this, I feel really bad for him. Now, looking at that.
And he stayed so mellow through it. Just, I mean, I don't think he knew what to say.
Well,
or
he
to
loved
do.
both of us, so he didn't, you know what I mean?
Gonna have to use your seatbelt.
It's like two brothers fighting
Yeah.
in between the parents.
Clouds are coming. I think we're going to start to get a wind from a different direction here. It's blowing 20, over 20 northeast right now. And as you can clearly see out the windows that the...
What's he doing out in that weather?
So we're going to call it a day. I just need Ira to help us pull the anchor so I can keep the bow faced into the waves.
Got it. Okay.
Hold on, hold
Get
on.
Crazy. Hold on. You got some wild.
How small that boat is out there, huh?
Hurry up. I'm trying.
Hurry up! You got to hurry up!
Drive us forward
Uh-oh.
a little bit.
It's going in the wheel for sure.
Now. I think the wind blew the boat over.
Gotta cut it.
the anchor.
It goes
Going
into
out.
the bow thruster, I bet.
Could roll the boat over right here.
Tight. I didn't want to let go.
go.
Yeah, but you were supposed to pick it up and
Back
run.
it off.
Gotta back
Back
up.
it off. Back it off.
Back up.
Back up. Hurry up. Bring the ass end around to the
I
starboard.
can't. He's tied. He's got it tied
Got
off.
tight right here.
It's a bad situation right here.
Right there, yeah.
That boat can roll over. That line's right underneath the starboard side all the way to the port side.
It's right here now, Bill.
It's coming up.
It's the way boats sink. You get the boat wrapped around your propellers, and you're facing the stern into the sea.
Yep.
He's right, that guy.
Uh-huh. Gary, yeah.
No, I can't
I'm
win.
cutting it.
I can't win now.
I'm cutting it.
That was the right thing to do right there.
Yep.
You gotta hook it on the hook and run up to
It
the
was
bow.
gone. By the time I hooked it, it was gone.
Well, I was beside you.
A lot of confusion right
The
there.
customer was smart enough to cut the line quick and relieve the tension. Ira didn't react fast enough.
That's a bad situation right there.
That was, yeah.
I could have went south real fast.
We certainly don't want to lose a $500 anchor. Get the gaff.
Get that stuck in the wheel, stern two in that sea, couple waves.
Brushwork's fine to pick it up, Billy. As soon as I looped that on there, we were
He
snug.
says get the gaff. Get the gaff.
Yep. You want your little gaff from down here?
No, underneath the gunnel. You know where it is, the hook.
No.
I got Paulie in the wheel once, and Dougie dove in while we were fighting a fish and cut it out.
That's pretty brave. I wouldn't want to.
Well, he's a diver. He does all that
he's
crap.
He's comfortable
He
with
just
it.
went in, cut it, and came back up in, took the rope out.
I remember when that
I
happened.
was like, oh my God, can't believe you just did that.
And look, Doug has his
I was
own
like,
boat
you're
now.
the one who saved this fish. Dougie saved that whole tuna.
Head for the barn. It was a real rough day today. The bottom line is that I need to keep searching for a full-time mate.
They should be very thankful right there.
Good thing that guy cut that line.
Nothing catastrophic happened.
They were not too far away from that happening there. Scott's
Just
back.
the two of us getting ready for the boat to go fishing.
How you doing?
This is my buddy Garen.
Gary Mailman, nice to meet you.
Hi, Gary. Nice to meet you.
Word on the street.
I like him.
He was funny.
He was so funny.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I would love the opportunity to work for you. I know how to crimp, rig baits. You say the word, I'll be here, and you say anything on the boat, I'll do it.
To fish in this fishery, you need a crew of at least 3 or 4. It can be done with 2, like Ralph on the Odyssey, that crazy bastard. But that's very dangerous. Right now,
The mailman's no longer fishing.
1.5.
You gave up?
Gave
So
up.
he really needs to find another guy to make the crew work.
Yeah, he went back to Maine, had his little charter business, and he's no longer fishing.
Don't show up, you're done.
Listen, we're going fishing today. You know, you might be able to help us out.
Very few people that we know make a career out of this. How many people
Not
do we see come
anymore.
in? No.
Yeah.
Now it's tough. We're only allowed to fish 4 days a week. Back here, we were allowed to fish every day. Remember?
Every single day, because we had a lot of quota. You wonder where it all went. You know what I mean?
Look, before we leave tonight,
We must have had a reduction.
I'm just going to talk. Give me just 2 minutes. Nobody say a word. After that disaster with Paul, I need to have a sit down and let him know that can't happen any longer. You listening? Let's just change things up. You're new.
We tried.
I remember having this,
And for you specifically, I
doing this.
value everything.
Down at the harbor.
I know you know your inside and out. Respect that.
The restaurant
You're the
there.
best guy I've
Seaport.
Seaport
ever
Grill.
had, probably ever will have, unless you start to shine, and you are.
He will.
But-
He's learned so
Yep.
good.
But
So good.
let's just get it. Listen, we got to work better together. This trip was your worst trip ever with me.
I tried to keep it together here.
Yeah.
Great, and then you went sour. I don't know what happened to you. You were challenging me a lot of the time, and I don't know what that was all about. You and I have been friends a long time, and I want to maintain that relationship, but we got to fish together. Because when you get in a bad mood, it brings me down. Just go downstairs, relax.
Like when you were fringing out and we told you to shut up.
And I went away for a while. But I'm serious.
You did.
We gotta
calm down.
And nobody's getting fired. I'm not doing any of that. I don't yell. I've never yelled at you. I've never really yelled at you. We've had little spats. Think about the guys you could.
The only one you ever yelled at was Tyler.
Rightfully so.
The other guys I could work for.
I'm the best guy you can work for. I ain't God. I'm not perfect. But just, I don't want to fight. I can't do it. If you're in a bad mood, a little spat here and there is fine. But we got to make it work.
That was a
You've been with me a long time.
We're lucky we got
You listening? You've been with me 12 years, and I want to make another 12. That's the only way it's going to work. Got to work together. All right?
I think having all that happen with us was a huge turning point in our relationship
It was.
as well. Right?
It was.
like ridiculous.
Just a little bump
It
in the
wasn't
road.
growing because I had my way, you had your, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like you had said to me, you need your own boat.
It worked out.
You need your own boat.
Look where we are today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Specifically you.
That's because you helped me through it all the way.
Happy to do it. But still, it's tough to watch this a little bit.
Fighting tuna. That's quite educational.
Just think of all the children you could educate.
What is Pirate doing?
He's reading
Reading the Bible?
on birds.
We have a blue shark breaker rod. Bad things happen in threes, so when the third thing happens, then we can move on to some positive energy.
I love the Pirate. That's great.
Fish on, Cal!
right, baby, here we go.
Was that what he was reading on birds?
I think so. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, there's number 3, the short tuna fish that we had to let go. Now we can move on.
Look how many shorts were around
A
then.
lot.
Small one released to sustain the fishery.
You can get very frustrated when everybody else is catching keepers and every bite you get is a short.
He realizes it though. It's good for the future.
Sure.
It's don't it? So far.
Those little tunas 15 years ago are now 700 and 800 pounders. 15 years, 20 years later.
Where do they live? Like 35 years, right? 35 years, they say? Life expectancy?
That
give or
1,000
take?
pounder was probably 25 years old.
In Maine. It's unique. You sure you want me to have that one?
For sure.
Whatever one you want. Whatever one you think is lucky. Oh. 2. Quick, throw some bait.
4 fish.
4 fish.
Look at them all.
5 fish.
Ah, unbelievable. That's the most fish we've had under the boat all season.
He's going to the bottom.
Fishing Maine style.
That's
up
how
here.
Maine, yeah.
It's not going to work here.
No. Just reeling a few cranks up. Billy's looking at him going, what are you doing?
Oh, and the dogs on the bottom. What works up there doesn't work here.
No.
Isn't that crazy how every place fish is different?
You got to be very versatile to make it in this business.
With bringing other people on the boat who fish already. Garen's from Maine, and up there he can fish on the bottom.
Here it is, right here.
Here you can't, because we have dogfish problems. So he's already lost 1 good bait, and you think you'd learn from that. Oh, crank, 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 crank it. There
Another
he is.
dog.
Good.
I think I got a dogfish. Oh, gotta be.
It's always something.
When you're chumming, you can't fish on the bottom.
It's pretty disheartening. No one comes close to measuring up with Scott and Donna. At this point, I'm probably gonna have to retire the boat early and go back to work.
He's going to retire and go back to work.
You know, we need someone as good as the crew that they have on their boat.
Pretty good, pretty good stuff though, huh?
If you remember with Billy, it was our first season. It was the first year when all that happened with me and you when I went with Billy. It was like kind of a miracle that we caught fish.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have, the camera guy was going to Billy's house. They weren't catching, they didn't know what to do. We had like 6 episodes in the bag. And then when we caught those 2 fish, it made the whole season.
Yeah.
And then you and Sandro got a huge jumbo.
I think that was the last day.
Like it was like 30-something bucks a pound or something like that.
I can't remember. But
like all that made the 10 episodes, we made it. So all this
definitely was a highlight.
Was the highlight, yeah.
There's this.
And the whole learning curve of it. You know?
Do we go out here or is this where?
I think we do.
Oh, we go out one more time.
Yeah. I think we go to Cape Cod Bay,
We do.
stay
We do.
inshore.
You tell me. I'm right here.
It's nice that he has the confidence in it. You know what I mean?
Man, I love driving this boat. Big boat, big power. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Not bad, Sandro. Not bad.
It goes to show you how
Well, you're on
good
the
of a
boat here, right?
teacher you are.
Now he's driving airplanes.
Yeah. Sandro, first time driving a boat. Now he's driving an airplane.
There's gonna be a mutiny on that boat, I know that. Dave's hogging up the rod. He's not letting Paul get on the rod. Paul's gonna flip out. Paul will beat the piss out of him.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him either.
Yep. Mutiny, not on the bounty hunter. Mutiny on the .com.
It's unbelievable.
You know, you're catching, you're having a good year, but you're not taking care of your people on the boat. It's gonna bite you in the ass.
That's true, but somehow he still catches fish.
Now you gotta get a crew that can go fishing and come fishing so we can catch some fish.
It's like sometimes, somehow he still catches fish. He's just so into you catching fish. He's like,
Billy's obsessed.
that's why he wasn't focusing on what
exactly.
he was doing
Correct. He was too obsessed
at
with
all.
what we
He
were
was
doing.
too upset at what you were doing.
And that takes you out of the game.
Yeah.
You got 3 weeks left.
I know.
Yeah, let's get going.
We did it years ago too. My brother Bruce would do it.
Oh, would you
Worry
start
about what that
everybody
guy
else?
is doing, what that guy is doing, instead of focusing on what you're
we're doing.
doing. It doesn't make you think properly
No,
on how to plan out.
Just that smallest little subtle difference in the bait or where
You're
fishing,
putting it
you're
in
not
the
thinking
chum.
right.
Because we're chumming, we're not live bait. We're chum fishing.
But even watching the show, people from outside, it's hard for them to see exactly what we're doing. That
They don't
changes. They don't
understand because they've never done it.
What do you got?
So I'm doing some repairs on the boat, and who do I run into but Paul from tuna.com.
I need some help.
Paul offered to give me a hand working on the boat, which was awesome because working on these boats gets hard.
He was
Oh, wait,
always by himself.
You're off the boat here already, right?
I think.
Yeah. Now you're going on the bounty hunter. Is that you? Yeah, that's you. You're swinging the leg over it. You had to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Here, give me those.
I always check your boat out every time I come on.
Why?
I like the inside. It's just really nice.
Yeah, you're on. That's
I heard
it.
you on the radio. I know it's hard. You just need to get one on the deck and then you're rolling. From now until whenever it's over, you got to make it every day count.
But remember, Billy came over. I don't know if you remember. And he asked.
Politest man in the world, right?
He said to me, he says, "Hey, I know Paul's no longer with you. I'm thinking about taking him on, but I want to ask you first if it's okay." That respect. He didn't have
That's
to do that.
tons of respect, yeah.
And of course, I said yes.
Yeah. No, we're not.
It's a lot easier when you have a couple guys.
Billy's such a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Before you even get on the boat.
Yeah.
If you had a guy, your mate, came down here an hour before you even woke up.
The only reason why they weren't catching fish is they weren't paying attention
Yeah, this was a
to
tough season for
anything
him.
they were doing
He was paying attention to us.
all day long in the binoculars.
You just have to come out
Mm-hmm.
and put a bait on. You don't even need a, can I have a rubber beer? No, thanks.
And you put the bait on.
Everything. Dude, everything.
I got 3 mates that didn't work out. Here's Paul from one of the most successful boats out there. I really wouldn't mind having him on my boat. Appreciate it.
I think we only go out twice, and that was of the year.
I don't remember.
It was November.
Are we into November?
It was November.
Was it really that late? Yeah.
Yep. I know Ralph catches a tuna in November.
My luck would change.
I got the other lines in. This better be 1,000-pounder. Get the bait rods up. He ain't in the boat yet, pirate. Keep the rod bent. Stay on him, pirate.
He's got so many rods out.
Watch the noodles, son.
Come on, watch what you doing. If this rod breaks, I'm throwing you in the ocean, pirate.
Yelling and screaming doesn't help the
He
situation.
was brain farting.
How long do you think you would last with Ralph?
I just wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Come on, pirate.
Feels like it's a decent one.
Plus, the boat's too cluttered for me.
Oh, there's too much
It
stuff.
drive me insane.
Yeah, we don't have no 1,000 pounds, I gotta tell you that. Bring him over here, he's a keeper, bro. Got him, hip drag.
I got it.
What has he got there?
They got one. I remember.
That's not a bad fish, right? That's
no,
pretty big right there.
It's nice. Nice little fat one.
I had to weed through a few shorts.
Yeah.
Little fish bring big checks.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
One every day.
Yeah. Got a good feeling about it now, brother. But we're back.
Yeah, they were fishing at the bottom there. southwest corner.
I'll tell
That's
you,
all the shorts.
Back in the day, Ralph was in Chatham, boy. He caught a lot of fish.
Yes, he did.
He did real good.
The sun went down just about a half hour ago.
Him and my brother Bruce got very, very tight.
Ralph caught a lot of fish.
Yeah.
I wish he was still on the show. I mean, as much as I butt heads with Ralph, everybody else
He
does.
doesn't
but
play nice.
No,
that's all.
he doesn't.
Like you want to enjoy going out fishing. You know what I mean?
Damn. Big goose egg today here on the tuna.com. Here we go. I had enough.
That was such a pretty boat. But that's about it.
I could have used a third man on the boat today. Hopefully Paul had a chance
I liked it.
and learn his lesson. He'll be back with us tomorrow, and we'll be back on the old tuna.com.
I thought it was the perfect size.
Yeah, it's a good size.
It's always nice coming to the loading dock. Means that you had a good day.
Today was all right. Decent little fish.
What has he got? 200 dresser, maybe?
That one there? Somewhere in the 80s, I would think.
Got a tail rope up there, Cap? Woohoo!
A lot bigger than the one we have.
Nice little fish.
It's not a bad day's work.
Yeah, it's up there.
Maybe even 400.
What does it say? Yeah. They ain't very big.
Couple 100 pounds.
270, I think he said. I'll take that. A lot bigger than the one we have. 0.
You need a hand, Pirate. Give him a hand. You need a hand?
I am. Oh, okay.
They are beautiful fish, aren't they?
He couldn't lift them up all the way.
All right, thank you. You know, when they lay on one side, they squash half their body. You don't want to squash both halves. You got to give them at least one good half, unsquashed.
Nice pirate signing the book, huh?
227.
This late in the season, so
It's $4,200. More than I have.
move on, try to finish up the season strong the next couple of weeks.
That's right. This is coming down. I don't think there's much time left in the season here.
We're at the very end.
Feels good, takes a lot of stress off.
No, there's still time. Pirate's still on the boat.
These fish count.
Remember, Ralph goes and fishes by himself.
Yeah.
Now, who's this? Oh, you guys getting ready to go out.
Oh, what's up, brother? Hey, let's get some bait.
Appreciate you coming to give me a hand.
Yep, we got it, baby. I talked with Billy and
Oh, he gets bait every morning. He would go to the wharf and get his chum.
where's the bait guy? Where's the bait guy? All we need is one to get under the boat.
It's a good attitude.
That's it.
It's November.
It's cold.
First week of November.
We got him.
I appreciate the help, though. That's a good thing.
Had some differences with Dave, and there was some things boiling up.
I think we get
Things
flats.
that were said that shouldn't have been said. Happy to get going again.
You couldn't afford those now. $100 a box?
I know.
$100 a box. Think about that. Back then we were paying what, $10, $15?
Yeah.
Everything's
For
went
a
up.
flat.
Billy, he called me and he told me he was thinking about taking Paul on. I told him,
Remember, this is where Billy comes down.
you called me and asked me, take him on. That's fine with me. I have no problem with that. We were together for over a decade, so we had a differences.
Yeah, Billy, checked in, asked if it was all right.
Wanted on the boat, and Paul's in his new place there.
We're like highlights.
Yeah.
All I can say. Time to move on.
Look, Sandro's smiling.
Got to be run the way I want it, or
He's so quiet, huh?
I'm the boss. I'm the captain, and if you can't abide by my
Yeah, but look what he's learned.
very fair.
It's come a long way.
Uh-huh.
That's what's occurred.
He's a mini-me, especially now.
Yeah. It was pretty much the best thing that ever happened.
This was like meant to be. Look at what you have now.
a new boat, my home, but you've helped me through the whole process of building it. And I consider you one of my best friends.
Thank you, man. Till the next episode?
Yep.
Better times?
Always.
Let's go check it out.